the massive amount of stimulus that has already been sent out, and what they're now saying could prompt even more. Also, a new bill just introduced today to send out even more money to one very, very specific group of people. And look out this weekend. I have all the details for you in this video, so let's get into it right now. But if you're new here, or if you haven't done so yet, make sure to subscribe by hitting that button right down below the video, as it's totally free to do so, and I am your one and only daily advocate, as I'm doing research all day, every day. I distill it all down right here in these videos, and I deliver them to you a few times throughout the day so that you can stay posted with everything going on, because as I've said before, all of this is going to impact us in some way, shape, or form, and anytime that something comes up that we could take advantage of, I want to make sure that you know about it immediately so you can grab the money, the benefits, the programs, the perks, whatever it happens to be, because this is a tough time right now, and there's a lot of people that are struggling. But don't worry, I'm right here by your side every single day, and my dedication is to help you and this community as a whole in any way that I possibly can. So again, thank you so much for your continued support right here on the community. I really do appreciate it. Subscribe down below if you haven't done so yet, and let's get right into the video. All right, so one quick side note. Thank you so much to all of you who were leaving really nice comments on that video that I posted this morning. You know, there's just a lot of weird things that are going on out there right now. There's a lot of people talking about a lot of different things, and the deal is, as I've said so many times right here on the channel, my dedication is to be honest, accurate, reliable, and bring you transparent information every single day. So if you didn't see that video from this morning, it was the very first one that I posted. The title was something like $2,000 stimulus check, deposited or being deposited or something like that. I would say if you haven't seen that, go back and check that out. I give you the actual real information that's going on out there right now, rather than just what is being floated around by some people that clearly don't do any research and they just clearly make stuff up. So not saying anybody here in this community, but those people who know who they are, I'm not here to call anybody out, but they know who they are. So it's not anybody here in the community, it's just other people, you know, in the world, if you know what I mean. So anyway, but again, thank you so much for the nice messages. I really do appreciate it. Again, I will always be honest with you with everything that I'm finding and everything that's going on out there. It's confusing. Sometimes it's very confusing. I totally get it, but that's just what I had for you. So check out that video if you haven't seen it yet. All right, this weekend, really quickly, let's just hit on what's going on. If you're on the East Coast, hey, take cover this weekend. It sounds like you're supposed to get anywhere between about 8 to possibly even 24 inches of snow in some locations on the East Coast. It sounds like it's going to be very windy, possibly even like hurricane type scenario or like weather. So wow, seriously, that's interesting, right? But either way, it sounds like a lot of people have been out shopping, loading up on food and things like this to get them through the weekend. So if you're over that way, hey, I hope you're staying safe right now and just duck and cover. I hope that you have some movies. And, well, obviously, hopefully you have some YouTube, right? This channel, I have almost 2,100 videos here, so feel free to binge and watch as many as you want this weekend. All right, but anyway, just want to throw that out there. I'm sure you probably already know about that, but yeah, kind of interesting stuff going on out there. All right, let's quickly talk about this new bill that was just introduced today, and this is going to impact and send out even more additional money to some very, very specific groups of people. Now, this is actually a very, very small group of people, but it's also a very specific group of people. So a bill was introduced by some lawmakers today, and it is called the Child Tax Credit for Pregnant Moms Act. Can you guess what it is? Check out what this is. So they want those moms who are pregnant going into the new year, into 2022, to still be eligible for the retroactive child tax credit payments from 2021. So here's how it goes. And if this happens to be your situation, or maybe your kid's situation, so I know that there's a lot of you here in the community that are maybe retired or receiving Social Security retirement, things like this. Hey, if this applies to your kids, your grandkids, anything like this, share this information with them, because this was just introduced today and it might actually get some traction. Honestly, this is one of these bills that may actually get through. So here's what they're introducing. Is that those mothers who were pregnant coming into the new year, so if a new baby was born anytime between January 1st of 2022 and up until April 1st. So basically January, March, and April. Let me say that again. January, February, and March. So if any babies were born between the first 3 months of this year, they could retroactively get the child tax credit payments from last year, which, by the way, is $3,600. So that's huge. I mean, seriously, this one little video right here could be worth $3,600 for some people. So again, if this applies to you, hey, congratulations. If it doesn't apply to you, then maybe share it with somebody that you may know about this, because this could be like a huge amount of money for a lot of people, right? Over $3,000, $3,600 for those people that had a new baby between January, February, and March of 2022, provided this gets through. But honestly, it's one of these bills that actually probably has a little bit of traction, because I would imagine a lot of people are going to actually support this. So again, I'll keep you posted on it, but kind of interesting stuff, right? So anyway, pretty cool stuff, but yeah, that one kind of came out of the left field. I didn't really expect that one to come out. All right, anyway, let's talk about this massive amount of stimulus that has already been sent out and what they're now indicating could prompt even more stimulus. Check this out. In 2021 alone, 22% of the personal income, as in income from all the people in the United States, personal income, 22% of it was sent out in the form of some type of federal benefit. Let me break it down. They broke it all down by this 22% encompassed by Social Security benefits, stimulus checks, the child tax credit payments, and unemployment benefits. These are the 4 categories in which they broke it all down into. And out of all the income that all Americans had in 2021, 22% of it was from these programs right here, these federal programs. Like I said, Social Security, unemployment benefits, stimulus checks, and the advanced child tax credit payments. So basically, a quarter of all the income last year in 2021 was sent out by the federal government. That's incredible. That's a lot of money. Seriously, unbelievable. Not a bad thing. We could certainly use some more. I mean, they know how to do it. They certainly know how to send it out by now. So I don't know about you, but just the idea of getting their little printing presses fired back up and their electronic deposits fired up again, their ACH deposits, you know what that is? The deposits that hit into your bank accounts and on your Direct Express cards, things like this. They could certainly get those fired up again and send some more of those out. But yeah, when I saw that number, I thought, wow, that's a big number. We've got to share that with the community. However, let me share with you some more ideas as far as what people are now saying in according with a couple of the reports out there right now that are actually prompting additional stimulus checks. Now, again, this has not prompted anything yet, but what they're saying is that this could actually prompt additional stimulus checks. They actually broke it down to a few different categories. Number 1, our magic word lately that we've been talking about a lot is the I word. Yes, inflation. Yep, so that's what they're saying is because of all this massive inflation, eroding the purchasing power of the American dollar and everything that we can buy right now, they're simply saying that an additional stimulus check would certainly be warranted for the lowest income and the fixed income Americans. Now, again, this isn't too eye-opening because obviously we've been talking about this for several months. But again, this new report just pointed this out as well, that, yep, indeed, that if anybody's going to get a stimulus check right now, it should be the lower income and the fixed income because of all this inflation just eroding the purchasing power of your dollars. So, yeah, right? Number 2 on the list was the unemployment rates that are starting to tick up once again. So this week alone, we did see it come down a little bit as far as the initial jobless claim number that came in just a couple, or actually it was yesterday that came in. It came down a little bit, but for the most part, it's elevated. It was below 200,000 new people applying for unemployment benefits on a weekly basis, and then it jumped up to almost 300,000 about a week ago. Well, as of yesterday, it lowered back down again to 260, but again, it's still elevated by over 60,000 from what it was just a couple weeks ago. So they're saying more people applying for unemployment benefits could prompt additional stimulus. Next, all of these new COVID variants. We have Omicron, which is again raging through the country right now, but now confirmed in, I saw 2 different reports. So in one report it said 22 states, and in one report it said 29 states. So not really sure what it is, but either way, in multiple states right now, over the half of the states that we have out there in the United States are now seeing this new COVID variant, which is, they're calling it BA, and that is the new Omicron variant. But again, there's a couple different names. I've seen a couple names for it. In one source, they call it Omicron 2. In some sources, they call it the stealth variant, and in some, they say BA, but it's all in reference to the same variant. But my point is, this is the new one that's coming around now. And they're saying with all these surging cases right now, more and more people are going to be calling in sick. There's a lot of people that are just simply straight up resigning from their works. Like they've been saying for a while now, the Great Resignation, where we've seen over 4 million people quitting their jobs every single month. The first 10 days of this year alone, we saw about 9 million people call in sick to work. So yeah, you can see the major impact here from all of this COVID situation going on right now, right? And then one more reason that they mentioned as well, and again, I know that this maybe doesn't apply to everybody, but I have to throw it out there because it was on the list, is the advanced child tax credit payments stopped. At the end of December, or I should say mid-December, those payments stopped. They did not resume in January of this year, and now they're saying with those payments not going out to those 36 to 38 million families, these people need that money again, along with everybody else, which could prompt, again, these stimulus checks for lower income. But again, I just want to make it very clear, nothing has been promised yet, nothing has been approved yet. Like I said before, I got to be honest with you, got to be transparent, need to be accurate with everything going on out there, so I need to tell you what's actually going on. But these are the reports, and these are what people are actually saying out there right now as it pertains to additional stimulus, specifically stimulus checks. So I hope that makes sense. So with that being said, let's wrap it up there. Again, I know that my videos have been getting a little bit long lately. I apologize. I'm trying to shave down the time here a little bit more, trying to talk a little faster and be a little bit more concise with my information rather than rambling on sometimes like I do. So again, I apologize. Just trying to speed it up for you a little bit here because I want to be respectful of your time. So with that being said, let's bring Corey in so she can read the new updated list of shoutouts for the names that are pulled right out of the fan club. By the way, if you're interested in checking that out, there's a link down below in the description. Otherwise, at the top of the comments section, we will also pin a comment there, and you can check it out if you're interested in joining the fan club so that you can join the list of shoutouts right here in our videos. Also, make sure to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any videos going forward, especially if you're on the East Coast. You're going to be, maybe sitting inside a little bit this weekend, and you can certainly come back and watch some videos right here on the channel if you'd like. Otherwise, feel free to go back and check out any of the other 2,100 or so videos right here on the channel. And with that being said, let's bring Corey in so she can read that new updated list. Thanks again for watching. I appreciate it, and I'll catch you again later in the next video. I'll see ya.
Today's shoutouts are Kimberly Gonzalez, Ashley Stone, Sandy Whitley, Roxanne Ritchie, Sandy Wheeler, Tanya Richardson, Michael Travels, Deborah Chapman, Fat Nana, Joy Hamilton, Sherry Bledsoe, Maria Grindstaff, Tess Ann Riggs, Nadine Skidmore, Patricia Danko, Catherine Ingram, and Rebecca Quinn. Thank you for being members of the fan club.